gotta pop my taste. Hold up. Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch of my savior. Hold up. Keeping that touch of my haters. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. On the gram, don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding away, but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? Is it this? What you don't want to see more? You want to see more, but you only see sore. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. Hold up, y'all gotta pop my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch of my savior. Hold up, keeping that touch of my haters.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Today, we continue on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from Green Bay. We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready? Here we go. Ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Love. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Ready?
Back to throw is Love. That one caught. That's Matthew Golden. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flat. on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Here we go. Cut.
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers' first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and that will lead to a second down. Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. That is caught by the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Wild Card Weekend. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Devontae Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right to the air is Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
He'll let this go for Pickens. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Love. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And In this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Finding room across midfield. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 2nd and 6. Love. That one, take it in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now, the extra point. His kick is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Bullard.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Donovan Izaraku. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32. Ready?
On 2nd down, Love. That's over the middle. And caught by Rice. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there, short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. To throw is Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end downfield. And he will go all the way. Tucker Kraft, touchdown Packers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers will take a 21-7 lead. We are through one here on Wild Card Weekend. It's the Packers on top. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jaden Blue. Oh, and he is detreated on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A run once more with Blue. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Now a screen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Packers have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. Great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A 1st down throw for Prescott. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half.
Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels play disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop them for no gain.
The punt team comes on. Here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Smith, red. Down, set.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Henry To'o on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down throw for Love. That one reeled in by Golden. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 27.
Let's go. Blue, 32, set.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Throwing on second down, Love. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Ready?
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Here now, second down and goal.
Come on, set, ready.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
On the return, here's Turpin. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. No play action. It's Prescott. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed He got there in a hurry.
Dak facing third and long. Goes down to his left. Oh, he's trying to get away, but he can't break free. And that is going to be a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back, and you're wondering, what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out. He's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't. And now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
Okay, ready?
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check pink, 33. Yellow, set.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, past the 45. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. No problem there on the extra point. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott rolling right. He runs with it. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 71 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys will get just a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Hut.
They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 6.
Down. Ready?
Love to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Kevontae Turpin. That's taken at about the 14. A very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll lead to a second down. Dak going to give this to Blue. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. 3rd and 5. That is Ferguson in motion. On 3rd down, Prescott. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready. Triple 30, black, 95, ready.
On play action, Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Jack run, Jack run.
Packers, 1st down.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Smash, red. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Packers.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
On the return, here's Turpin. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. First down, Prescott. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Now a handoff running right. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
One caught. He finds Golden. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Set. Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
On the double.
Second and goal.
5-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he will take it in himself. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal.
10 black. Set.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Prescott on first down. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game. And good for a first down.
46.
At the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Second down, Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Let's go now. Punt.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. Oh, a loose football. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but Here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Blue trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jaden Blues. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey good with the extra point. And the Cowboys cut into the lead a little bit. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Ready? Opposite. Green. Drill. Come on. Set. Set.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get about 5.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Packers.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. On comes the Packers punting team. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. He gets free. And And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Here we go.
Love. This one complete to Washington. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
33, yellow. Ready.
On second down, Love. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Set.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Black Ultra. Down. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got it inside the 5. And the Packers are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Ready, straight.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Packers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. The extra point is good. And the Packers add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Set. Ready.
Here's a run with their tight end. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Once more from the 2. Third and goal.
Ready.
On the bootleg, it's Love. That is hard. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Come on.
On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
That's set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion
On the set.
in a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Ready, ready. 10 black. Set.
Now Love. This one intercepted. Picked off by Henry Tuotuo. Big return at the end. He's going to get out of bounds close to midfield.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
At 47. 48.
Now Prescott. That's caught by Leonard. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end, and then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
He's got it at the 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a designed run. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will get just a bit closer. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. So, it's a win for the Packers. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL.